Good morning, everybody. I hope you're very, very well. I'm on a wander again. Hopefully I won't trip. My garden is more of a woods than a garden. But I wanted to talk to you about something that is really, really, really important. And the background, try and ignore, because I think this is critical. We're living in an age where businesses, people are categorizing themselves differently than they ever did before. You know, historically, people would be into broad categories. Demographics and profiles would be very, very broad. You know, if you're a business reaching a certain audience, it would be, I don't know, men over 50 or women 25 to 35. It was very, very broad, but we're actually going into an age where people are much more categorized. Their identity has shifted from being defined by their age to a lot of their interests, but also the kind of person that they are. So there's a really, really good book called The 22 Immutable Laws of Branding, and in there is the law of category. Now, the law of category is one of the most important things you can learn about if you're running your own business. And this is, some of it defies conventional wisdom, but here's what it is. I'm going to pretend for a moment that we're talking about a legal firm. So you're a legal firm and you provide commercial legal services to businesses. That will not cut it anymore because you're too vanilla, you're too broad. Yeah, the big firms, yeah, fine, they can get away with that because they can talk to other big firms. But if you're an SME legal company, you really have to resonate with people because the market is so saturated. So what's happening is you're seeing legal firms setting up for startups, or legal firms for the tech industry, or legal firms for the manufacturing sector. And what they're doing is they're creating control over a particular category. They're actually making a category. So the correct category is legal services for tech firms, legal services for startups, or what have you. And they're crafting their business around a category. Now, why is this important? This is important because no business, here's the reality. Yeah, there are a few companies that can actually dominate a market. Actually dominate. There's only a few, and they're massive. So Apple has a dominant position in the smartphones market. The vast majority of SMEs cannot do that, but an SME could dominate the legal services market for startups. You could be a lawyer who is the expert lawyer for startups, the expert lawyer for manufacturing businesses, the expert lawyer for IT development. You can create a category that you can own. And when people in that category are relevant to that category, so startups go, I need a lawyer, you can dominate that space. And that is really, really powerful. You see this a lot in the tech and startup sector, but it needs to adopt across the market. So if you're looking to really kind of find your space in the market, you have to look at what categories you're serving. You can't serve every category and do it well. What you need to do is choose a category and really dominate that category. So find the category. And here's what's really interesting. One of the categories, let me just explain this in soft drinks, because this is the analogy that's used in the book, and I highly recommend the book, by the way. In fact, I'll publish a link to the book. When you define your category, so soft drinks is a market, yeah, soft drinks market. But then there is lots of categories within that. So one of them is the cola market, Coca-Cola. And you have two massive big players in that market, which is obviously Coke and Pepsi. They lead that market, but yet the two of them competing actually grows the market. It doesn't contract it, it grows the market. So if you're in a space, as long as it's not too saturated, if you're in a category, so we've got soft drinks as a market, and then a category within that being the Coca-Cola market. Categorize your own industry. So if you're a legal firm, categorize it. What do we do best? Yeah? What do we do best? And don't just go, we do property or conveyancing. No. Go, what is the category we're trying to define? So it might be that you go, we are going to categorize ourselves as the best conveyancing company in I don't know, where, let's pick a place. In Gloucester. I'm going to be the best conveyancing company in Gloucester. Or it could be, I'm going to be the best conveyancing legal company for high value properties in Gloucester. Yeah? And then when you pitch yourself at that, you will get the work you want. You will get the high value properties, but you have to then really own that category and really state that that's what you do and not go into the vanilla and the vague and the general again. It's very easy to fall into the trap of going, we want business, so we'll just take it from anywhere. But actually what you need to do is define your own category within your market and then own that and really work that. This may be common sense to some of you watching, but actually to a lot of people I meet, they've never really thought about it this way. So have an awesome day. I'm gonna do something else. I'll put the link to that book, but find your category, own it and dominate it.